Hello and welcome back. This is a monthly update of what's going on the painting desk. It's all commission work at the moment. I'm not really doing much for myself, if anything. But I'm enjoying doing what I'm doing. These are more AB Napoleonics, Peninsular Napoleonics for Mark. Um, I've been doing quite a lot of cavalry while I've been waiting for a delivery of more infantry, which just arrived this week. I think I've got about 10 battalions of British foot to do. But last week I managed to add Lancers. I'll just pull that in a bit. Um, Lancers, Hussars, Chasseurs à Cheval, and more Hussars. Um, all painted in accordance to Mark's reference sheets. The Chasseurs regiments are 10 figures, and the Hussars and Lancers, like cavalry, are 8 figures. I'll just quickly pick up one of the Lancers. They're lovely, lovely castings. As usual, Mark requests gloss varnish. Very unusual these days, but I really think it does bring out the colour, especially of the horses. But it's what Mark likes. And plain green bases, flat green, Vallejo flat green bases. I think they're rather nice. See if I can pick up another one. Let's go with the Chasseurs Command. Oops. There's another one. It's getting me focus. How's that? Trumpeter on a grey. Very fancy, of course, the French. The French, particularly light cavalry uniforms. There was a lot of. One thing I've found with these is that there's so many references out there, and they're all slightly different. There's so much variation. Just pick up one of these. Just pick up the. I've forgotten which Hussar regiment these are, but again, beautiful, beautiful figures. Very expensive figures as well, but they are so well sculpted that I hope that Mark is going to be very happy with these. I've got a long way to go with this commission, but again, I'll just run the camera through the British cavalry, heavy dragoons, light dragoons. First of the British infantry regiments, battalions, I should say. First of the French battalions. I'm sorry if the camera's shaking. So all the infantry battalions are 18 figures on bases of 3. And that's it so far. As you can see, the dragoons look absolutely wonderful with their pink facings and the pink reverse colour of the trumpeter. Right, so that's the Napoleonics. I'm going to do some more infantry next week. But this week coming, I'm just going to move the camera back here. It's my first go at Hail Caesar, Epic Hail Caesar. I've got 74 strips of Celts and Celtiberians and Scutari to do for customer Leo in the United States. He's bought some of my figures before, and so it was quite nice when he asked me if I could paint these for him. He's doing all the lights figures off the strips, and he's just basically sent me all of the 10 figure strips. He's doing the individual figures. It's I don't know. I find them quite easy to paint. I really, really enjoy it because you can really go at them with a free hand, the shields. And if I just turn that one around, I'll maybe see if I can get this one into focus. You know the jittery camera work that I do here. I can't help it at the moment. But it is what it is. There you go. Front and the rear. No varnish on them yet. I might even have to go back and do a few touch-up bits and a few spear points and things. And the last thing I'm going to show you is just really my method of painting them, which is a black base coat, a flat brown dry brush, both sides, and then a bit of a bit of flat earth. You can see the lighter shade there. I mean, what that's doing straight off is establishing colours on all of the weapons, the shafts of the weapons, a bit of a base colour for when the flesh goes on. Leaving a lot of the black there just to show, to give the depth to the figures. I can't paint over white undercoat because I always seem to end up with white bits showing. So I'm an old-fashioned painter, but aren't they lovely figures? And that also establishes a base for the paint shades on the shields. I'm speed painting these, obviously, but I'm trying to make the very best job of them that I can. But I do speed paint, and this really is this early stage. Black prime, brown dry brush, slightly lighter earth dry brush really does help. You can see how quickly that brings the figures to life. Next job, I'll go in, do the shields, picking out various colours. I don't want them to be too bright. Let me just pick up another one. A lot of these I've seen are really, I don't like that. So there's a couple of those shields here that will have to be worked on a bit, but you know, you've got to remember they're 13.5 millimeters, and when they're en masse. So I'm starting. I've got 24 strips of Celts. That's a lot of Celts. But I'm only doing a dozen a week, does me. And I get my painting pleasure from this. And yeah, so I've got a dozen this week, a dozen next week. Then I'll go back on more Napoleonics. Or just have another look, put the camera back on those because I do love them. Then I'm back to old John, 20mm 1/72 for a while. So I'm happy, it keeps me busy. And there we go. Right, I'm not going to go on. That's 7 minutes. The last thing I was going to say, and I think I've mentioned this here before, very quickly, army painter brushes. Let's turn it up. What on earth has happened to them? Quality of them. I used to use these all the time, and I still do. Although I'm about to give up. But I've noticed over the last 6 months or so, they just do not hold the point. That's a brand new one. They used to last me for months and months and months. But I've got one there that I've had out the brand new. It's not a Psycho, it's a Insane Detail, I think they call it. It will not hold the point. And if I've used it half dozen times, I do look after them. Something, I don't know whether they've changed suppliers. I'm not moaning here. These are not expensive brushes. They're about £6, but I would expect them to hold a point. So I'm casting around. If anybody knows, recommends some good brushes, not too expensive. I have got some sables, pure sables, but these are just like me everyday common garden brushes. They do take a battery, but I'd still expect them to last a bit longer than like a week or so before they just refuse to hold a point. I can't paint anything with them. This one hasn't actually had the cover taken off yet because I'm thinking I don't really want to. Anyway, on that note, I'll say goodbye for now, and please subscribe. I'm very close to my 1,000 subscribers. I just sit and rant into the mobile phone. The camera goes a bit wobbly, my voice is a bit, but I hope you enjoy seeing the painting that I enjoy doing. Right, this is 9 minutes. It's quite a long one for me. Must be that Friday afternoon feeling. Okay then, thanks very much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.